Psilocybin may be best known for transporting people into introspective dreamscapes filled with cosmic jellyfish and sudden emotional breakthroughs. But hidden beneath the hallucinations is something much quieter and possibly far more revolutionary: its ability to cool down the body's chronic inflammatory fire. And when it comes to aging, few villains are more insidious than low-grade, persistent inflammation. Scientists have even given it a name worthy of a Bond villain: inflammaging. Inflammaging isn't the dramatic kind of inflammation that follows a twisted ankle or a fever. It's the silent, simmering kind, the biochemical background noise of getting older, where your immune system keeps hitting the gas pedal even when there's no infection to fight. Over time, this contributes to everything from stiff joints and heart disease to neurodegeneration and immune dysfunction. It's like having a smoke alarm that never turns off, slowly driving your body into burnout mode. Enter psilocybin, a compound so ancient that it's been used ceremonially for millennia, and yet so modern in its therapeutic implications that it's being explored for everything from depression to smoking cessation. But in recent years, a new possibility has begun to emerge, one that places psilocybin squarely in the conversation about cellular aging, disease prevention, and systemic inflammation. So how might it work? It all starts with serotonin, specifically the 5-HT2A receptor, which psilocybin activates. These receptors aren't just floating around your brain for spiritual revelations. They're also present in immune cells, where they play a role in regulating inflammatory responses. When psilocybin binds to these receptors, it appears to downregulate the expression of pro-inflammatory cytokines, those chemical signals that call the immune troops into battle. In other words, it tells the immune system to chill out a bit. This is particularly relevant because many chronic diseases of aging, Alzheimer's, rheumatoid arthritis, atherosclerosis, are now understood to involve a misfiring immune response, where the body starts mistaking normal wear and tear for full-blown emergency. Beyond this, psilocybin has been shown in preclinical models to reduce microglial activation in the brain. Microglia are the brain's immune cells, and in aging, especially in neurodegenerative conditions, they can become overzealous, leading to excessive inflammation and neural damage. Think of them as helpful neighbors who become paranoid and start attacking your mailbox. Psilocybin seems to dial them back, promoting a more balanced, neuroprotective state. Some studies suggest this anti-inflammatory modulation may help explain why psilocybin shows promise in alleviating symptoms of depression, a condition increasingly tied to neuroinflammation. But this isn't just about mood. Chronic inflammation is a whole-body problem. It destabilizes blood vessels, damages cartilage, and drives the insulin resistance seen in type 2 diabetes. It shortens telomeres, accelerates epigenetic aging clocks, and compromises mitochondrial function, all markers associated with biological aging. So, when we talk about anti-inflammatory effects, we're not just talking about avoiding disease. We're talking about preserving the core infrastructure of healthy longevity. That's where psilocybin's potential becomes really exciting. Unlike NSAIDs or corticosteroids, which blast inflammation indiscriminately and often come with nasty side effects, psilocybin appears to act more like a precision tuner. It nudges immune signaling back into a healthy range, possibly through modulation of not just serotonin pathways, but also default mode network, DMN, activity in the brain, which is heavily involved in stress response and systemic regulation. Chronic psychological stress, after all, is one of the biggest drivers of inflammation. If psilocybin helps people mentally reset, reducing anxiety, rumination, and depression, it may simultaneously bring down the entire neuroimmune stress axis, leading to real physiological benefits over time. Now, to be clear, we're not yet at the point where doctors are prescribing psilocybin as an anti-inflammatory therapy for arthritis or Alzheimer's. The studies so far are promising but early. We need long-term trials, better biomarkers, and clearer dosing protocols. But the theory is sound, the early data is compelling, and perhaps most interestingly, it aligns with a broader paradigm shift in medicine, moving from symptom management to root cause modulation. If chronic inflammation is one of the deepest drivers of aging and disease, then psilocybin might not just be an escape hatch from mental suffering, it might be a lever for whole-body renewal. It could turn out that by healing the mind, we're also reducing the biochemical stress signals that quietly damage the body day after day, year after year. So yes, the anti-inflammatory effects of magic mushrooms may indeed be a hidden key to healthy aging. Not because they transport you to some psychedelic paradise, but because they whisper to your immune system, "Relax, you've got this." And in the long war against aging, sometimes that's the most powerful message of all.